Thanks. Welcome to the BLT podcast. This is episode 5.
I know what you were going to do. It. Don't you fucking... No,
so
it would fucking hurt my teeth. This rim would have hit my fucking teeth.
There was no teeth. You never said... I say that all the time. You had the whole what?
I had to hold it in my mouth. That's why I was using my teeth.
How was your guys' week?
Not too bad.
That's good. What'd you guys do? Oh my goodness.
What the fuck?
Yeah, turn it off.
There's no way we're gonna be
there's no way. We're just all like, what?
We're gonna be like... Like, so guys, what's happening on the TV?
You're wondering what's going on. Brandon and Daisha are ruining our fun and made us turn the TV off.
Yes.
Our fun.
Yeah.
He's talking about, like, the viewers and, like, Logan. So, what'd you guys do over the week? Anything new happen?
I got a Bumble match.
Did you go on a date?
No, I'm going to this Saturday, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, like, from after we recorded last podcast. No, I think it was, we matched at your podcast. Remember the Asian girl I showed you?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, real quick.
That one.
So I matched with this person.
Oh, on Hinge? You went on Hinge?
Yeah.
How do you like Hinge? I'm matching with people in, like, buttfuck Mexico, though, every time I match. They're, like, hella far.
I feel like...
watch,
let's see.
I was about to see.
where the fuck is that?
Downtown, okay, that's not
That's
far.
not too bad.
But still, I have mine to 3 miles, and it has people in fucking, like,
How do you
Carlsbad.
know?
They may have, like, driven by and matched.
Yeah.
No, I asked them, I'm like, so were you near LA at all? And they're like, no. And I was like, damn.
But the reason I brought this up is because they liked one of my answers but didn't say anything. And I don't know what to say back, so I was going to say...
Which answer was it?
So, I recently listened to a...
Don't take this off topic. What are you doing?
No, I'm bringing it to topic on what you should say.
Month off and drove 7 miles. Oh, she just liked it? She
Yeah.
didn't reply to it?
It was like the
So
craziest
you're
thing
going
I've
to send
done.
her a message, right? Is that what you're trying
That's
to
the
do?
craziest thing you've ever done.
I mean,
I was
a
gonna
month-long, 7,000-mile road trip.
I was going to say no.
Send her a message.
No.
Yes.
I was going to give you advice.
Brandon, send her a message.
So, I was listening to a podcast and they were saying, like, a thing that you should do with online dating is look at the person's profile and
Stalk 'em.
suggest 3 dates that you would go on and have them pick one of those dates. Like 3 places based off their profile.
I don't... Okay, it's annoying enough to look at somebody's profile and have to come up with one unique, fun thing to say. I don't want to have
Just
to look
do
at
the
their...
date thing and then you don't
Yeah, but then you have to look at their profile and come up with 3 different interesting
Oh
things.
my goodness. It's just dates ideas. You'd be like, good.
Yeah, of course you say that as a woman.
I think it would be pretty easy.
Dudes
Like,
out...
come on.
Oh, yeah? You ever been on Bumble?
No, because I don't go on online sites. Please tell
You
me
are
you just
the-
sent it. Oh,
No.
you didn't
Oh, I
just send
should
it?
have.
Oh, dang it.
You are the torta I've ever laid my
Oh.
eyes on.
You are the hottest, Torta.
Oh my goodness. She's
You can
gonna
send that
take
afterwards.
creepy.
But, okay, so fun story. On Tinder, there's a bunch of women within their profiles, I don't respond to just hey, or like, be creative or I won't respond. And then you go on Bumble where women have to respond.
She's gonna reply. Oh, you just made Hinge. Huh.
Huh? No.
How are you not riddled with matches already then?
Because I
Oh, you
don't-
have 6 hidden?
Yeah, because I don't go on there that often.
I have like 20 just waiting for me to
Well, yeah, because
send a
you look
message
like
to.
because you look like a styled up douchebag and they love it. But, so, on Tinder, there's a bunch of women that are like, I need a better answer than just hey, and then you go on like Bumble where women have to reply first, and everything is just
hey. No, it's
hi.
even worse. It's just hi. Not even, and then it's worse when they put a period at it. They're like hi, period, and you're like fuck, like, and then they have no bio, so you can't go like, so how was your
yeah.
trip last
So,
weekend?
point
Like,
being, do you guys know why Bumble was made?
so girls can finally get rid of all of that.
Well, more specifically...
Wasn't it when the girl empowerment thing, like equal rights?
Kind of. So, supposedly, if I remember correctly, one of the founders of Tinder was a woman who got, like, pushed out of Tinder. And she was like, I'm going to make my own app where women have more control over the dating scene.
I actually matched with the owner.
Yeah.
It was in her bio.
They were like, they don't have to worry about getting sent dick pics from randoms, so we're going to make it where women send messages first, so we have more power. I was like, A, that's fucking stupid. Women have all the power in online dating. B, you mean I don't have to send the first message? Fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Please take that away from me. I don't have to look at your profile and be like, oh, I need to think of something smart. Or just say the same line I've told like 80 billion women that I stole from a friend.
So
yeah, my week was alright. It was,
I'm glad that. I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
go into the first topic, but
I got a match, and this girl actually is talking to me a lot.
hopefully don't get ghosted again.
Yeah. Alright, so long story short, we were supposed to go on a date Saturday, but I canceled, because that's what I do with online dating. Like, I talk a lot, and then, like, the day of, I go, I don't feel... The main reason
Are you
why...
saying that this is a weakness, or is this a strategy?
It is a weakness.
Okay.
Because you guys remember
the chubster. Yeah.
The chubster?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It was literally my first time ever.
So
going
now
on
you're
online.
like more cautious. and,
Now
like,
I'm scared.
Yeah,
now I'm
he's
scared.
been
It's been
wounded
like this
before.
for years. And then I have my friend Jaime who just lost his virginity like 6 months ago. And he's our age. Not your age, because you're like 31. But our age.
I'm 30.
Yeah, I thought he was 30.
And
He's like, whatever.
I'm barely older than you.
and he literally, in his phone calendar, he has like so many dates lined up from Tinder. And I'm like, dude, aren't you like scared at all? Like he has like
No.
Tuesday 8 o'clock at Chili's, Thursday this, Friday this, Sunday that.
That sounds so expensive.
It does.
No, but he doesn't pay for all of them. I guess I don't think
That's
he
funny.
does, but still. And then I asked him, I'm like, dude, like I don't get it. Like you had no balls to like try to hit on a woman, but then you go on Tinder and you go on all these dates. How do you have the balls to go on a date? Well, and then he's like, I don't know. I'm okay with it. And I'm like, well, I'm not. Like I can't. Like
In my head, this conversation is happening when they're both shirtless, laying in bed, cradling each other.
no, this was over Discord. This was over.
Sure.
Yeah.
My week was good. This has been the last 2 days. It was my first 2 full days. And my last day at my old job was Sunday. So it's been fun.
Oh, so the 2 full days at work?
Yeah.
So we don't have our kitchenware connection anymore.
I mean, no, you still do. We could totally still do it because I still have friends who work there. But, so if you guys need dishes, we could totally go in and still get a discount. But I did want to talk about something. So my coworker, I've already told Logan about this. I don't want to use her name, and I don't want to use the asshole's name. So, my last relationship was someone who was like super, jealous and super like insecure, and would get very upset when I would leave, and so he'd follow me around like a little puppy.
Like a
Versus
stalker?
your current relationship that's like a cat, and he's just like, you're here, you're not here, I'm okay.
Yeah. So he was like a puppy, and like all my friends like started to get distant with me and all of that. And so a lot of people were saying, because he was like always worried about me like cheating on him. I'm like, yeah, because I would totally do that. Like, no, I'm not like that kind of person. And like I do have.
That's true. I mean, I've seen you. You have very few options.
and so I do have like a very flirty personality.
Yeah.
So my coworker, who at my like 2 old jobs, like when I was working in North Hollywood, there was a guy there, and I called him my work boyfriend.
Oh,
and like
yeah,
it was like a running joke
you
in
shouldn't
my.
do that.
It was a running joke in my workplace. Like we know it would never happen. Like we never I would never cheat.
He don't
on
know.
him.
No.
He doesn't know
Solid-
that. He doesn't know that.
Solid idea. You know you're jealous. Your boyfriend's jealous. You know that he's like already worrying about it. Just go ahead and call some random dude your boyfriend. He'll love it. No way that goes wrong.
Well,
anyway,
you didn't know that I called
Not
him that.
random. Oh, secrets.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I knew it was crazy. So anyways, so everyone was like, I don't understand why, because everyone knows that I'm like super loyal. I would never like hurt someone like that and cheat on them, because I have cheated before and I felt like a total like bitch about it.
Everyone knows that I would never cheat on my boyfriend because last time I did it, I felt real bad.
Yeah, they know like my personality and I would never do
Oh,
that.
you've actually cheated before?
Yeah.
I think you've told me.
Yeah, because he was like, he wouldn't, like, I would try to break up with him, and he'd get
Oh,
super
yeah,
depressed.
yeah, that's
And
right.
so I
right.
thought cheating, he would break up with me. It didn't happen. I was like, great, this didn't work.
One of the nice things about having Brandon on this podcast is that even if we tell stories 2, 3, 4 times, they're always new for him.
Yes.
No, it's
So-
just I have so much up here.
Yeah, and so little space for it.
It's so hard to like find the file
And
cabinet
so,
for it.
Yeah.
so everyone was like, why is he so worried about you cheating on him? I'm like, I have no idea. I am always with him. Like, I don't know when I would have cheated on him.
Probably because his dick game weak. You gotta get your stroke game strong, and then
And
she'll never leave you.
eventually I was able to break up with him and all of this. I never cheated on him. And so my coworker, same situation. One weekend, her boyfriend went completely crazy. Like, she didn't come to work. Like, I got called in. I think you guys were at Ryan's house, actually, when this happened.
Probably.
But I, like, got my stuff. I had to go straight to work because my boss was like, she's still not here. I don't know where she is. She's not answering her phone. Her mom doesn't know where she is. Come to find out, her boyfriend, like, basically took her hostage and was like, no, you're not going anywhere.
You know, I've thought about kidnapping people recently.
Oh, goodness. And so, but then on Monday, she went to work and everything was fine. Like, no one brought it up. They were still together. And so Brian, fucking dick, he's like, so, where is he? Have you ever brought up the hostage situation? I was like, no, I haven't brought it up.
At work?
No, yeah, I never brought it. Like, even in text message, I won't even mention it.
Wow.
But so he's like, if I ever meet him, I wouldn't bring it up. I was like, so you're never meeting him because I don't want to get in that situation. And so it's today. She texted us yesterday. So Sunday night, she goes to his house because she technically lives there. She has stuff there, but she also lives at her mom's house when she works in multiple days because she can't drive. So her mom takes her to work. She goes to his house and she finds a chick there with her clothes on the bed, and her boyfriend was like, get out, and she like left crying. And so Ryan was like, what kind of, he's like, I love that he's psycho about like her never leaving his side, but he's the one who cheated. And I'm
that's what usually happens.
So that's like, a lot of people are like, maybe your ex was cheating on you and that's why he was so psycho about you cheating on him. And I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't care.
Have you ever been
But
cheated
it just made me think about that.
So one of the best pieces of advice in regards to that I've ever heard is that the person who's most insecure about cheating is actually probably the one cheating.
Yeah.
Because
that's
they're
what
like,
I've heard.
I'm doing it, so I'm gonna freak out about you doing it. Interesting story on that topic. I had an ex who would always, so we were dating for a couple months. And I was, like, really outgoing to start with, and, like, wanted to go, and we, like, went to, like, not a carnival, but, like, an amusement parks, and we would go to concerts, and, like, do all this sort of shit.
Yeah.
And then after we'd been going out for a couple months, I got to a point where I was just like, I just want to fucking stay in my room. But I was in the barracks at the time, you're not supposed to have women in your room. Yeah. So it was like, hey, I don't want to go out. So she started thinking that our relationship was, like, going downhill. It's like, no, I just really don't feel like doing stuff. Yeah. So then she was kind of the same way, where she was like, oh, I want to see your phone, I want to see your text message, blah, blah, blah. So I let her see it one time, and she went through everything, and I don't think that everything in my phone was really innocent, but at the same time, nothing was that bad, so she was like, oh, I'm sorry that I blamed you. And then there was one time where her parents were in town, so we were driving with her parents, and I was holding her phone, and I was like, I wonder. So I went through and I found sexts to her ex. And then I was like, oh look, a reason to break up.
So you broke up?
Yep. That makes, that's what I've heard.
Sorry, my bad.
That's what I've heard so far is like the people who are most insecure are the ones who actually do cheat.
As a side note, you guys want to see something weird?
See something weird?
What? Your toes?
My pinky toe.
Oh, that's not that weird.
Yeah.
It's like super short compared to the other ones.
What do you mean? It's like a fucking little sausage finger.
Well, no. Okay, so the thing that's weird is that I overlap it over the other ones. Yeah. For comfortability.
Over one.
Oh, over for comfort?
One. Yeah.
I mean,
every now and then it just feels weird to have it, so it's like...
See, the thing with, like, talking about, like, going into phones and whatnot...
I've never had anyone go through my phone.
See, I don't care about my phone. I don't delete anything. If someone sent me, like, a message on Instagram, like, 2 years ago, it's still in...
I have nudes from, like, 9 years ago.
Me too. So do I. Nothing's deleted. Everything's just there.
I delete my own nudes. I just don't delete any pictures that I receive.
Yeah, and so my ex-girlfriend, long story short, she cheated on me once, and then I forgave her because that's when I got my DUI. And that night,
you realized that you were a mess.
No. I got my DUI like right after, and they had to in my course I had to take like an alcohol class at a hospital and then do like normal AA shit. But the alcohol class at the hospital happened like a month after she cheated on me. And the guy studied this he told us his thing, like for 20 something years just on neurological, what happens with alcohol. And he like finds out new shit all the time. And I was like, hey, so is it really true when you get like drunk, like it's like you actually change, or is it what everyone says and says it's like, oh no, it's just your true self? I don't know.
In vino veritas.
Yeah, exactly.
And wine is truth.
And he was all like, well, honestly, it depends. If the person's blacked out, no, they're not that person anymore. But if they're buzzed or drunk, then yeah.
Yeah, they're still that person.
Yeah, and so...
What you're saying is we should aspire to be blacked out.
Blacked out,
It's like you're in Split. You're a whole new person. You can remember nothing that they did.
Maybe you'll actually eat some scrum for once, too. When you're blacked
out. How did you bring it back around?
You'll be a completely different person.
Yeah. Well, that person will still probably not want to stick their finger in their tongue in poop.
So, I get back together with her because of that
Always
doctor.
brings it around.
Because of that doctor, and so then she got...
How can you be like, oh, well, I accidentally licked the finger that I stuck in her butt, and I was like, ugh, but then also I kind of want to eat ass.
Well, no, it was at the time I wasn't into it.
So you would have enjoyed
At the time I was just, putting my toes in the water, just like...
Or your
Finger.
Yeah.
Like,
so you would have enjoyed the taste now.
Well, I don't remember the taste. I just went like that because I was like, oh, that was in her fucking asshole. And so... But yeah, and so she started getting insecure about me going to cheat on her because she thinks I don't trust her anymore, which was true. Like, I didn't trust her.
Well, obviously, yeah.
And so she spied on my phone and saw nudes from like high school. It like even and it shows like the time date, like when I've had it. And then even I saw it on an iPhone, even if it's at the very top, that means it was like saved or screenshotted way the fuck back then, And she's like, why do you still have these? And I'm like, I don't even fucking remember that they were in my phone. Like if I did look at them, it was probably like years ago or maybe before I even met you.
I was like 21.
Like shit like that's got me in trouble before. Or like Instagram too. I still have pictures of her on my Instagram because I just don't delete stuff.
Yeah.
And then like 3 times I matched on Bumble when they
go to your Instagram. They're like, who's this girl?
One time the girl actually screenshot and sent it to me and be like, hey, I'm not trying to be a home wrecker or any bullshit like that. And I was like,
bitch, that was 2 years ago.
I'm like, dude, have you not seen any other posts of her? I'm like, we broke up. I'm sorry. I'm just not the type to delete shit. And then another one, right when she added me, she just blocked me on everything because I'm assuming she thought the same thing.
I was like 21 before I was like, man, I really need to go back through my computer and my phone and delete all the pictures that I got when I was like 15. Because at this point...
It could be child porn.
Yeah, at this point, those are illegal.
Yeah, me too, actually.
He's like, I'm going to do it today.
Well, there's a computer that I had in like 2008, I think, at my parents' house still to this day, that I think if we fired it up, like I was 19. I was 19 when I left there, but I'm sure that there's some stuff in there that it's like, that needs to get deleted.
Probably.
Damn. Were they like just girls that you knew nudes, or like just nudes, random like internet nudes?
I mean, not random. Who saves random internet nudes?
You'd be surprised.
I've never done it, but I have like a friend that has it.
I will say that when I was like 15, you guys ever use LimeWire or Kazaa?
Yeah, but for music.
Yeah, well, did not use it for music. So they're peer-to-peer sharing things, kind of like BitTorrent before BitTorrent was a thing. Mm-hmm. Before they cracked down on Napster and all those.
Got it.
I had a list, when I was 15, I had a list of downloading, like waiting to be downloaded, like images and shit, that was so long it crashed my computer if I opened the program.
Wow.
It was like 500 things, because I would just go through it and be like, yeah,
download
this.
And this was before fast internet, so just a picture would take a minute.
I lived in bumfuck Alaska, so we never got fast internet.
You even got internet. You're on dial-up
Yeah, so that took a while. So it was like a list of like 500 different things that I was just going through like, oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's why I had to stop using Kazaa, because my computer crashed every time I opened it. So my weekend, I went to
You went to San Francisco, or?
No, I went to a professional workshop that was pretty interesting.
In San Francisco?
No, not in San Francisco. But on the topic of San Francisco, she's not allowed to talk to me anymore.
What?
I was waiting for it. I was like, is he gonna tell him? Is he gonna tell him? I was waiting.
What happened? Is that why you're drinking?
Is this why you told me?
Is this why you got 2 bottles on the bed and a beer in your hand?
No, I got 2 bottles because
it's
on
a
a
couch.
normal... It's a bed if it wants to be a bed. I got 2 bottles...
Fuck bed, too.
I mean, yeah, where else would you fuck? But,
In the room.
it's
Kitchen.
true, I haven't
Kitchen.
done it in the kitchen.
What?
I haven't done it in the kitchen.
In my
It's not that
parents'
large of a
house, my apartment, everything's been fucked on by me.
So gross. I never want to. Every
Everything.
time I go to your house, now I'm gonna be thinking about
But
that.
no,
Yeah,
we-
eating off of the table like...
No, not the dinner tables. None of the actual tables, but
Why,
everywhere.
pussy?
Because it's just like,
Cause children.
just like, just
What does that even
get
mean?
down.
Anyway,
No, shut up.
it was decided that it was difficult.
He was insecure.
No, you know, they had some things to work through in the relationship, and it was difficult to work
I
through them
wonder
with
why.
me present.
I wonder why they had some
So it was
issues.
decided that I wasn't allowed to be present anymore.
So does she still low-key send you a text or email?
No. Well, okay, to be fair, she was
So
helping
that-
me...
so
But
you're
she's still a viewer.
No, she was helping me get a job. So she helped me redo my resume and cover letter to apply to a place. So we only officially stopped talking last night.
Oh.
Because that's when we
So
finished
sad.
doing that.
I
So
will
does that
miss
mean
the
she's not going to
stories.
assess Fisher Madison anymore?
I don't know. I guess that's up to her. I'll have to shoot
You
her.
can ask her.
Please? That'd be great.
I mean, Rashawn still needs to get her some stuff.
Yeah. But once that happens...
I mean, I'll have
You know Rashawn's never gonna do anything because he'll forget about it.
Yeah, he does. Forget it. He has like $1 million checklist and he only checks like 1 box a day.
No, he checks off half a box a day.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, Rashawn, who's probably not going to watch this until 2021 when you finally get you down there with half the box a day.
Yeah.
Oh
But,
man.
yeah, so that's what I went through this weekend.
What was the message like?
What do you
Was
mean?
it like a big message, or was it just like, hey, I can't talk anymore, things with my husband?
No, I predicted it. Because we were
Oh,
talking.
she did.
You felt the tension?
Because we
You
were
felt the
talking,
tension.
and
You felt the tension.
she was like, yeah, my week wasn't that great. And I was like, honestly, I'm just waiting to a point where he says that you can't talk to me again. And she was like, interesting timing, but... So yeah, we'll see. And she's going to be in town next week, too.
Next week?
Well,
oh, yeah, for country dancing. So does that
No,
mean
not
country
yet.
dancing?
Yeah, of course it means country dancing off.
Mm.
If she can't talk to me, there's no way that she can come
So
visit
that
me.
means we can go without him. It's
Yeah.
fine. Unless you still want to come and get a date.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we couldn't have gone to Montana's next weekend with her anyway because she was only a Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
or Wednesday,
that's why I
Thursday.
thought we were going. I thought you found one that was open.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was down
found-
in Long Beach. Yeah,
Yeah, what was it called again?
I can't
But
remember.
now-
It wasn't iron. It didn't have iron in it.
I'm gonna text my friend that goes there all
We
the
should
fucking time.
definitely though go to a country.
But we can go to
course, yeah.
Montana's next weekend
No, it's my graduation. Oh no, I get to go.
to celebrate your graduation. Wait, that's when you're like
In cahoots.
Barbecuing.
It's called In Cahoots.
not the one that I was thinking of.
Damn.
What?
In Cahoots
We
is
could
lit.
either go. We could either
Wait,
go after my ceremony on
Right when I was
Friday,
texting her.
or after the barbecue. You guys still have to bring one thing. By the way.
I've never planned on going to your barbecue.
Wow.
To be fair,
You're a dick.
no. Okay, so the backup for this is
She was gonna be in town.
No, I sent Daisha my phone number so
Oh,
that
yeah.
she could keep in contact with me. So she wasn't in my phone, so I got a random text message that was
But
just
then I
like,
told you!
"Hey, my graduation barbecue's coming up. Make sure you bring one thing." I was like, "I don't want to go to a fucking graduation barbecue where I have to bring something." And I was like, "All right, never going to that. Don't know who that is." And then Daisha was like, "Oh, that was me." And I was like, "Okay, not changing it. Still not going to that."
Wow.
What do you
Rude.
think I am, a fucking suburban house husband? I'm not bringing something to a
Why
fucking
you gonna do it?
potluck.
You could just bring beer. It'd be fine.
I will bring beer in my belly.
Or you could bring chips. Like it could be anything. My mom is though.
But where would I meet somebody from California Highway Patrol? Chips.
Oh.
That's what the TV show was about. California Highway Patrol.
And so you're really not coming?
Probably not.
Wow.
I mean, like, you might be able to strong arm me. Well, not strong arm me. You might be able to convince me to go, but...
You should come, because then we can go out afterwards.
Or we could just go out afterwards.
I don't know.
Did I ever tell you about what I did for my senior prom?
What?
I went and saw Wild Hogs.
So you didn't go to prom?
Nope. I went and saw that movie, and then my friends let me know when they were done with prom, and then I went to the after party with them.
We didn't have an after party for my prom.
Wow. Your school's weak.
Yeah.
What time, how late? They're open until like 2 a.m. Huh?
Montana's?
Yeah. The place that we went to last time.
Yeah, well, 1:30 basically. 1:30.
So maybe we can't do that afterwards, since Logan wants to be me and not come to my graduation. I mean, if you meet us at my house, then we could just drive up.
I thought about not going to my graduation.
But see how convenient it would be? You wouldn't have to drive. You could just meet us at my house, and then we drive up to Brandon's house from there.
Your house...
It's further than Brandon's, yes.
So I wouldn't have to drive. I would just have to drive further.
Or
and
you
then
drive.
I would have to ride with you guys back to Brandon's, and then back to your house so that I could drive further back to my house.
Or you could drive to Brandon's house and you could go with Brandon to the barbecue. And then you guys could be together, and then Brandon could just bring the one thing. You guys be set.
Yeah, it would be our one thing.
There's a reason that you're not a great transportation person in this industry.
No. This is why I'm great at post-production.
Yeah. You just have to sit in a lab all day with your computer, never have to go anywhere. You can just yell at somebody else to bring you stuff.
Yep. Brandon, you're coming, right?
When is it again?
Next Saturday.
Oh, I might be
The
busy.
15th.
Yeah, next Saturday. I can make it.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to be really sad. I was about to start crying. Like, you guys aren't coming? It's going to be boring.
Oh no, you'll only see us multiple times around. Sometime next week, sometime the week after that, various other times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Except I'm going to be, like, tired because I'm going to be at work all the time, so.
Oh.
Not everyone can work 1 or 2 days a week.
Hey, I asked for it.
You did. But, so did you have a topic, Brandon?
Yeah, it's
Segues are hard. Brandon, do you have a topic?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the topics are, so I can't segue.
would you rather
Oh God.
So it is a game, for sure.
legally change your full name to Adolf Hitler? So you have to go through the process.
Yeah.
Or once a month, you gotta eat ass.
Ugh.
When you said "would you rather," I was like, let's see how he links this to butt stuff.
So
I really didn't. I really thought you weren't gonna the first part.
just think about it though. Like that's actually kind of hard.
I mean that depends on which
Can I-
one.
Only because you guys don't want to eat ass.
No, okay, so
And Adolf Hitler.
It's only hard for the first short while. Eventually, you get used to either one.
Yeah, but then there's the risk of getting that butthole disease in your mouth.
Giardia?
Yeah, it's Giardia.
I mean, I'm sure there are steps you could take. Also, you didn't say whose butthole.
So I could pick anyone's
You can
butthole.
pick.
So I could just eat Ryan.
Let's make
and be
this.
fine.
No. Let's make this harder.
Yeah, then when you
No.
guys break,
Let's make this
up,
harder.
you have
No,
to choose somebody else.
Yeah.
Let's
Once
make
a
this-
We're
month.
not breaking them
No.
out.
Let's make
And
this
I'm
harder.
not talking like gentle, like like catnipping, like just like getting in that, like.
What? How come the butthole is sticking into your mouth?
No, your tongue has to like
Yeah, that's
as far as you
good.
can, just.
Yeah. You gotta tongue punch the fart box. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's make this more difficult.
Like make out.
You don't get to choose when it is. There's just a random 3-day stretch where at some point the nearest person to you'll have to do it.
No. I'd rather
No.
change my name then.
Alright, but even with that scenario, like you go on the plane, next time you have
I
to
don't
fly.
even care.
Or like you go to
You
Starbucks.
can meet a lot more people.
Yeah. I wouldn't even care. I would rather if it was whoever. If I
But
got
you'd
to
be
pick a
guaranteed
person
not to get any diseases.
when it came down to it.
Yeah. So you have to do some random person, but you'd be guaranteed no health side effects.
Still no, I'm not sexually comfortable like that.
You'd get comfortable real
No.
quick.
No. I start
Also, just
getting
imagine the
anxiety.
conversations. There would be a 3-day period each month where you'd be like, there'd be a 3-day period each month where you'd be like, all right, family, I'm not going to see you for 3 days, not risking that.
I would just have to like take 3 days off of work and be like, Ryan, I'm going to stay with you the whole time.
Imagine you had to like eat your grandma's house or something like that.
I'd rather not imagine it, but that was the implication, yes.
I mean...
You'd be at Ryan's and he would be like, all right, let's order a pizza. And you'd be like, yeah. And then a little bit later,
and then Randy
like, no!
shows up from the cabana, just like, oh, hey, guys. Oh, my turn?
Oh, hey, guys. Oh!
Jeez, over here, just like, oh, my
God.
Even worse, Lisa comes home.
Yeah, oh, my God.
And then
as long as I feel like the second one would be okay, only if I guess I would have to take 3 days off and just stay with Ryan and make sure he's the closest person to me at all times.
I didn't say the closest person. I said a random person.
No.
It wouldn't be based on the
So
closest.
that means Shakira and Misty, too.
You mean Daisy?
Maisie.
Misty. I have a friend
Yeah, I'd
named
rather
Misty.
change my name then. I'd rather do the name change.
Damn. So
I can't do that to the cats.
all the hate mail,
I wouldn't even
all
care.
the like
Do
people
think
egging your cars.
Do you think people write hate mail to Adolf Hitler the same way they write Christmas lists to Santa?
Well, you'd
Just
be on the news
dear-
the second you did that.
Dear Adolf Hitler, wherever
You'd be
you
an
are.
infamous star.
I don't care.
And famous to some people.
I mean, you could just live in Florida. Nobody would care down there. They'd just be like, oh no, I'll live Floridian.
I would rather do the first one then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do. If it was whoever I wanted, then I'd be like, okay, the second one. But
That's just, would you rather change your name or get to eat ass sometimes? That's not even like a hard, that's whoever I wanted to do it to.
yeah,
There's no decision there.
yeah, I'd rather do that. I'd rather change my name then.
Ooh, wait, okay. When you started doing it, you could pick who you did it to, but you could never change who you did it to. Meaning that if you picked Ryan and you guys broke up, you would have to keep doing it.
That means
to
he's
Ryan.
stuck with me. He has no choice.
Literally
this
stuck
is what
with
this
you.
works out for me.
Yeah, you're like, you can leave me. I'm still gonna show up at your house once a month, eat that raisin cake.
But it can only be once a month. So if Ryan gets a fucking
Big
pinch
for
for
it.
it. You
I
can't.
mean, you can still go knuckle deep every other day of the month.
Yeah, but
That would just be his
a lot
special
different
tongue
from a
time.
tongue.
Well, yeah, that's why it would be a special tongue time. It would basically just be a reversed marriage where she's like, oh, once a month I'll give you head.
Exactly.
It wouldn't even be reversed. It would just be front to back, switched. Brilliant topic, Brandon. Just
Good
another
job.
way
I'm
to
so proud of you.
about eating butt.
So you didn't answer.
Probably change my name.
You would change
Wow,
your name?
after giving
Probably.
me shit about it, you're like, I would change my
Well,
name.
yeah, I'm a shit stirrer. I don't give a shit if people are mad at me because of my name. They'd be like, you changed your name to Adolf Hitler.
You say
and
that-
did that, or eat butt. And I don't want to do that.
You say that now, but then a year later, you're like, I just wish I was eating ass right now.
No, I just tell people to call me Addie. Like, what's up? The name's Addie.
You can't do that. Your
Yes, I can.
name.
Well, my legal name would be Adolf Hitler, but I would tell people like, "Hey, my name's Addie. What's up?"
Well, you can't say that when you do something like legally, like if you.
True. They would legally be like, "All right, let's book you in, Mr. Oh, Jesus."
Trying to get a job. You can't just be like, my name's Addie. You gotta fucking put your social number down.
Yeah,
your
when
real
I'm
name.
signing the papers to join. But
Yeah,
I
and
can
then,
fucking,
and then they're gonna be interviewing you. They're gonna be like, "Wow, that Addie guy's really nice." And then they're gonna see the paper and be like, "Who the
yeah,
fuck
and
is
I
this
would
guy?
start the interview
That bearded Alaskan guy that I really like? Fuck that."
and with the fucking German tattoo on his
Yeah.
arm. No, I would start the interview by being like, "Hey," or I would end it by being like, "Oh, if you're interested, I know you guys want to do a background check. Just so you know, some weird deal with the devil shit came up. I had to change my name to Adolf Hitler. It was either that or eat booty for the rest of my life. I'm sure you understand."
And then everyone would be like, "You should have just ate ass."
No. Most people in the country would be like, "Yeah, so I can understand why you would make that decision." Only the people in Florida would be like, "Well, it's just a win-lose."
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Oh no, there's more. I was gonna try and change the topic because now I feel like it's gonna be more ass eating. Would you rather?
No, I don't know. We'll see.
Would you rather never have boogers in your nose, but you're constantly farting,
Okay.
Boogers in the nose is such a
Or-
minor inconvenience.
Or you have so much boogers knocked up that you can consistently pick it. Like there's no other way. Like you have to always pick your nose. Or piss fire.
I don't even
How many
understand.
ors are there?
What are the
No,
choices?
so the scenario is no boogers in your
But you
nose, but
fart.
you always fart.
Yeah.
Or have a shit. Sorry.
Shit ton of burgers.
Shit ton of boogers. Or. Yeah, never mind. No, sorry. So it's either a shit ton of boogers or you fart a lot. Like, I'm talking consistently farting.
Shit ton of boogers, and I just wear one of those fucking Asian disease masks.
Yeah.
But you're always picking your nose.
I don't have to always pick my nose.
You just. Like.
I just become a mouth breather, and then I become be one of you.
I'm not a mouth breather.
You're a mouth breather.
I breathe when I sleep, yeah.
I breathe through my nose, guys.
I breathe through my nose all the time.
That's not necessarily.
I think
what a
I
mouth
think
breather
I would
means.
do the burger women. Just wear a mask like Logan.
I'd
Yep.
fart.
I mean, you already do, so.
I would take farts.
You already fart through these fancy, thin summer pants that you have.
That tickles.
You guys can't see, but Brandon is wearing pants that are made of shirt. They're super thin, and you can easily see his python. And they kind of look like he should be a cabana boy for a very rich divorcee.
Yeah.
So do you have another degree
Yeah.
in physics,
In
right?
science, yeah.
And do you have another one?
I got 3 degrees, baby.
Okay. What are they?
An associate's in Uzbek, a bachelor's of fine arts in creative writing for entertainment, and an associate's in film production.
Okay. And then I just have one. That's
The one that you just
Underachiever.
got. The one that you just got.
yeah, underachiever.
You're
like, I
about
just
to. You're
need one.
about to get.
Yeah, about to get. Because I was listening to a podcast, the Same Gay podcast, that I talked about last week.
I don't know why you need to
And-
qualify it like that. It's just a podcast. But
Whatever.
okay, if you're one of those people.
Damn.
So
Damn.
they got a question about like if you could like go to school for free and get any degree that you wanted, what would it be?
Oh shit.
I thought about it and I was like, I don't know if I would want, even if it was free, I would probably just get my like master's in film or something, or like in like actually go to a school that focuses on post production. If it was like completely free.
I don't think any school focuses on just post production though.
I've heard that AFI has like a strict post production.
AFI probably has.
Yeah,
They
but
have
that's,
a
that's
strict
after you
editors.
get bachelor's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
so that's
Like,
why I
it
was
is
like, I
still
would
a
focus
school.
more.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you could really make it into AFI.
But like, thanks. So
They
what?
said it would be free. They didn't say you'd be automatically accepted.
yeah.
So if you guys could pick another degree to get, if it was like completely free, what would it be?
Just one?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, just one.
I'd go to like USC, not even for the degree. I would just go to USC so that I could tell other people that I went to USC, and they'd be like, "Oh, I went to USC too." Oh, that professor, what's his name? He's a real ball buster. And I'd be like, "Haha, yeah."
I think the question is, what kind of degree would you get?
Yeah, film from USC.
So you just do film again, just at a different school.
Yeah, I mean at this
Or
point,
you get
I
your
don't,
bachelor's probably, huh?
or a master. At this point, I wouldn't even need the degree. Like when I was going to Full Sail, they were like, I was looking up things online for like whether it's a good school, and most of the things were like, nobody in the industry cares that
Yeah.
Full Sail is about Full Sail's degree, and it's like I don't need the degree from Full Sail. I
Just
just
want
need
the
to learn
experience.
things.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't need to learn things from school. I need to learn things from like other people or professionals. So if I was to go back to school, it wouldn't be for a degree.
If
It
you
would
just
be-
to learn from other people.
No, it would be so I could tell people I went to USC, and they'd be like, "I went to USC too." Oh my God."
Get that alumni connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
USC Mafia or UCLA Mafia. I don't know. They're the same fucking place to me.
Yeah.
No, they're completely different.
I know that they're different,
So what?
but to
so what
me
about
they're the
you,
same
Brandon?
fucking place.
I don't know. That's hard.
He'd probably get a degree in philosophy.
I've
or
never
something.
thought about that though.
Because another thing that
Because
like,
I'm
I
so
was
ready
thinking-
right now just to be done with school and never go back. So like asking like to go back to school.
Well, then another thing that I was thinking about was like in 10 years, do you guys still think you will be pursuing the same thing?
Have you ever watched Californication?
No.
There's a part. So Californication's David Duchovny plays a writer who wrote one really good book and hasn't really done anything since, and it's just about him living in LA and all of his shit and drama that goes on. In one of the seasons, he is a college professor, and that is like one of that would be like an aspiration, like be a college professor when I'm like 50 and some like hot older dude that can just like hit on people willy nilly. I've often said that like when I get older, a dream is to be a college professor and just be like, yes, I will sleep with you. No, I will not adjust your grades for sleeping with me.
So you think in 10 years you'll still be doing what you want to do?
In 10 years, I hope that I'm doing what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
So you still think you still think you'll love being in film? Like you don't think you'll get tired of it?
Here's the thing: I don't give a shit about film. I give a shit about storytelling.
Okay.
The dream is that I own my own production company with my own writer's room.
But oh shit!
I have a lot of dreams. Don't judge me, monkey.
Is that her nickname?
No, it's a quote from Grandma's Boy, which is a real awkward quote sometimes because, especially when I was in the military, there were a couple times.
Like a black guy or something.
Exactly. No, there were a couple
That's exactly
times,
where I was going with that.
Yeah, there were a couple times when I was in the military where I was like, "Don't judge me, monkey," and then I was like, "Wait, no, it's a quote. It's a quote from Grandma's Boy about a literal monkey." But no. So the dream is like get to a point where you can have a production company, and then I can have a writer's room for the production company, and then I can just do storytelling all day, every day, and make shitloads of money.
So when in your lifetime did you realize that's what you wanted to do? Like that was like when you were like, this is the goal. Yeah. I'm always gonna want this.
Probably when you went to get your literature degree.
No, okay, so I went to get my writing degree because I knew I wanted to be a writer, but I didn't know what kind of writing I wanted to do.
Well, they're all stories.
Yes, but they're very different ways of telling stories.
Yeah.
So I went, and one of the reasons that I picked that school was because it's a like broad shotgun of like we'll teach you how to write games and film and all these other things.
Kind of like our film school.
Yeah, except it's specifically for writing.
Yeah.
So that is where I decided that I wanted to do screenwriting, and then as things have gone on, I've been more focused on TV writing. But at the same time, there's a shitload of different stories in my head. So probably the last 3-ish years, I've been thinking about like getting to a point where I have my own production company and I can just make whatever the fuck comes into my mind.
Okay. So you knew on an early age that you wanted to be a writer. You just didn't know what kind. Oh, you did.
2011. That's when I knew I wanted to be a writer.
Okay.
That's when I knew that I thought I could. Like that's when I like started looking at it as a career.
Okay. When did you know you wanted to be in the film?
Like 2015-ish.
I mean, he went for a physics degree. It has to be some point after that.
Yeah, no, I hadn't. So I was going for the like an actual physics degree, but I had a.
Do you have a fake physics degree?
No. So technically, I just have an associate's in science.
Oh, technically. Oh, all this time you've been telling us you have a degree in physics, but really it's just an associate's in science.
Well, when you get an associate's, it's just either math, English.
Yeah.
When you get your bachelor's, that's when it goes bachelor in chemistry, bachelor in physics.
Here's a story.
No, it's all there. Like I have
your
so
degree
many
in
credits.
Physics. It's not really a degree in physics.
Well, okay, like it's
an associate's.
Okay,
in
continue.
Science.
Yeah,
2015.
2015. All I had to do to actually get my degree in physics was to finish an English class, a PE class, and I don't remember the other one, but I had to basically just take one more full semester. So that summer, I wasn't about to. I didn't want to take the PE class, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do something out of broad," because I wasn't like I was doing it. I was just going through the motions, kind of, and then I just took a photography class.
Okay.
And then like day 2,
and you were like, "Dude, I could totally use this photography class for all my sweet vape tricks, bro."
No, I was already doing the vape stuff. I was
joking, Brandon. I was joking.
No, so the vape stuff, alright, if you want to even backtrack even more, I was making like vape videos with my buddy, and if he couldn't make it, it was just me.
Yeah, you were sucking down some smoke with your buddy.
Yeah, and so then that was just like the shaving, and then like right when
what were you shaving?
The ice shaving, like, forming the mold, and then right when I took...
He's using an analogy
But
for his
what?
filmmaking.
Yeah.
Ice
How he
shaving to
just-
form the mold?
Yeah, you know,
what
you
mold
get-
do you make out of
His
Like, you know,
dreams, his
you get an
achievements.
ice block, and then you shave it and make it into a beautiful angel that's pissing into water. All right.
Okay,
That's
continue.
not a mold. That's a
Continue.
sculpture.
It's
When
fine.
when I first, did
Oh no,
the
he's
vaping
off track.
stuff,
He's gone.
when I did the vaping stuff, it gave me the block of
Yeah,
ice.
you put your toe in the water
Yeah, and then
to use some more.
and then that elective class for the
Yeah,
for
you
the
really went balls
photography.
deep. Yeah.
And I just went, I fucking love this shit. And
Oh, I
then
fucking love this.
and then because
Was the
of
teacher
that,
hot? Is that why you got into it?
no, not at all. And so then I
She was
did,
butt ugly, but I did it anyway.
and so then I didn't
Eric.
register for the next semester, and then because I just kept like just taking pictures and shit like that, and then my buddy who was started his own freelance company, he like brought me on board because I asked him like 1,000 questions. He's like, "Do you want to just work for me? I just started a company," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then.
How annoying do you have to be for somebody to give you a job to shut you up?
Well, no, because he was actually looking for
Where's
someone.
Joe?
Yeah, because he
Joe.
for like the last 10 years was like being mentored, and he felt like the need to mentor somebody.
He's trying to pay it forward.
Yeah,
He was
and-
tired of getting in the ass. He decided it was time to give.
yeah, exactly, pretty much.
What?
I loved your metaphor.
Okay.
And so then,
I'm sure you did.
and then within I forgot how long, we
7
merged.
inches.
We merged together, and then.
You merged together.
Yeah. And then
Oh!
while doing all that still, I was still making vape videos, and then I was like,
At
fuck
the same
it.
time? That
Yeah.
seems awkward.
And then I said, fuck it. I'm gonna apply to film school, and then I met you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember when I met you in that class. I like went back to Ryan's house. Like, yeah, there's this really cool guy, and he's like, "Oh, what's his name?" I was like, "Brandon." He's like, "Brandon who?" And I was like, "Brandon Oviatt." And he's like, "That sounds really familiar."
What
And he
class? The G&E class?
yeah, that's the first time I met you.
Mm.
And he's like, "That sounds really familiar." And then I found a picture of you. He's like, oh, "I know him." It was like the first time that we both like knew someone, and like both
Yeah,
really
they met
liked.
through me.
I know. And then I didn't meet you until we did our first No, it was the first Star Wars game, I think. That's the first time I met you.
He's like, I'm dating this dancer.
Is that really what he
I
said?
have no idea. It's
I
so
really
fucking
hope
long
not.
ago. Why?
Because I don't dance anymore.
No, I think that he talked about you being a bartender.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because that's how originally I was like, oh yeah, I could totally make you drinks. I have a certificate in bartending.
So basically, what you did was like, oh, hey, sexy man, are you thirsty?
Are you drunk yet?
Are you thirsty?
get drunk.
I could quench that thirst and also get you tipsy and take advantage of you.
So now it's always a running joke when I make him a drink. It's like,
You walk
he's
into
like,
his place, you just put your leg up, like, sorry, just stretching a bit.
No, I'm always like, he's like, you can take advantage of me. I'm like, yeah, that's why I get you drunk.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure we definitely met at like a Star Wars.
I
Edge
think
of
that
the
was the
Empire
first. Because I don't remember.
tabletop.
I don't think you ever came over before we did. Before I came over, it was when not Thomas. Was it? Who was his friend that came down?
Stumble? It wasn't Stumble.
It wasn't B. No, it was someone else. It was his other friend.
Joe?
Joe.
Joe, okay, that was
It
the right
was
name.
Joe.
That was the right name.
That was the first time that I met you. Was when Joe came down, because I came up for the Star Wars game, but I wasn't playing yet.
If you guys want to hear some fucking ridiculous stories,
We got some great ones from like Star Wars role playing.
Star Wars tabletop RPG,
And
me
then
and Ryan just
D&D.
selling. Yeah.
D&D's pretty funny sometimes.
D&D. I mean, we played it less. We had less ridiculousness because we didn't have Sullivan there to just be the perma DM.
Yeah.
But
And we also had Levi.
you missed some. Oh, we need to play Star Wars with Brandon.
No, we need to play so me, you, and Carlos can all be siblings. That's
So,
the one we need to play.
Me and Ryan, Sullivan. Do you know Sullivan?
Yeah, I remember.
So yeah, Sullivan was GMing for us, so he was in charge, and this was like 6 or so sessions in, and he was like, "You guys need to go to this area to do this mission," and we were like flying to that area, and then we were like, "Wait, why are we doing this? You guys bored? You want to go to this like side place where we could just have a threesome?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's just do that." And he was like, "Son of a
He's like, go to the place.
Sullivan would get so mad because he'd be like, this is not what you guys are supposed to be doing.
Ryan had a former ex who had I can't even remember now, a son or a daughter, but
it was a daughter.
A daughter that he purposely
wanted to be
kept.
A son.
No, he didn't even want them to be a son. He kept referring to them as a son just to show that he didn't care about them.
Yeah.
And then we convinced their characters. Because we just maxed our charm, because Sullivan would just make us roll charm for everything. And then also I played a character who was a computer hacker, and I would just hack my way through every problem. So Sullivan got tired of it, and he put us in a place that had no computers. And we did this mission for a guy, and then the guy was like, alright, I'll transfer you the credits that I owe you. It was like 10,000 credits, and also I have this mission. And I was like, wait, how do you just transfer us the credits? And he was like, oh, I used a computer, and I was like, I stunned the guy. And then I hacked into his computer.
And transferred all the money.
Yeah, got onto his bank account. He had like $1.3 million. I transferred all of his money to us. And we killed the guy, burned his body, and left the ashes out in the woods. We were such terrible fucking people.
And then Ryan ended up making a new character.
Oh my god.
And he became a robot who hated humans.
Yeah, so there was one point where we started stunning everybody that was in town, and then like the interstellar cops showed up.
What was his name?
I can't remember. It was like L.I. It was like Libby or some shit like that. Anyway. Yeah, I mean it wasn't Libby, but it was like I could nickname it something like that. But so like other people started showing up to the planet after we'd been stunning this entire town. So he ended up loading like 40 people into his plane and taking off. And I was in a different plane and I took off. So for 3 days, he was a robot that hated humans alone in a cargo transport with 40 people that he had kidnapped.
Jesus.
So he was like, I want to spend my time branding them with my name.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is how ridiculous our games got.
It was not good. And then we ended up leaving that plane full of 40 people in the woods and just left the plane.
Jeez.
We tried to sell them as slaves, but then we found out something was more lucrative, so we just went and did that and left the plane.
And then when me and Carlos joined the game, like Sullivan would bring that up and be like, I don't know who they are. It's like, I don't, that was before I knew them. Yeah. I had nothing to do with that part, and I was also a Jedi, so.
Threw that in there.
And
so then the second game. Fuck shit up. Oh yeah, Rashawn was great. Ryan, I think, killed him like 5 times. It's pretty funny. Rashawn would get so mad.
Could you guys stop stunning?
Do you remember that time that Sullivan got upset about Rashawn killed his character, and Sullivan got upset and left?
I don't.
Damn.
Do you remember that? It was, I think, the first time Rashawn was playing, and then I was
there?
Playing. Yeah. Yeah, you were there.
I don't think that happened.
Because Ryan convinced Rashawn, hey, shoot this guy.
No. That was... So Sullivan got upset, but he didn't walk out. Sullivan had a character who was the owner of a bar.
Yeah.
And Ryan was like, hey, Rashawn, you should kill that guy. And Rashawn was like, okay. So he got up, walked over, was about to shoot the guy.
But
we
then
saw
failed.
it happen. Yeah, he shot one shot, failed. We saw it happen. So I stood up, aimed my gun at him, yelled his name, and he still shot the guy again. So then we murdered Rashawn's character. And then Sullivan got mad because the character that Rashawn killed was somebody that he wanted to use later.
Oh.
But
and his
even
master plan.
Yeah, even better was Sullivan was planning to use a fighter pilot in like when he was planning to like take over this character later down the line. Ryan and I didn't know that, and we just like rescued this fighter pilot in the desert, and we started like taking all his stuff from him, and he got an attitude, so we stunned him and then poured water on his crotch and then told him that he pissed himself. And then when we showed up to his friends, we like put the ramp down and just like kicked him off the side of the ramp.
My God.
Sullivan got real like...
Yeah, he never used that character because we just constantly told him that he pissed himself and made fun of him for it. So he's like, alright, I guess I can't use that guy.
Yeah, Sullivan would get really upset when like things didn't go his way.
Yeah, he was very particular, like, this can't happen because later in this book that character's still alive. It's like, yeah, but this isn't the books, bruh.
It's like we're doing whatever we want.
Yeah, Ryan and I took that to the extreme.
We're the captain of the ship.
But it would crack.
Look at me.
Look at me.
But then, like,
I'm the captain
we were gonna do a second game. I think Ryan was gonna DM, and me, Logan, and Carlos were all gonna be siblings.
That were all different. Like, one was a Sith, one was a Jedi, one was a Grey Jedi.
Yeah, you were gonna be the Grey Jedi. He's gonna be the older brother, and me and Carlos were gonna be the twins. And Carlos was the evil one, and I was the Jedi. Logan was gonna be like the older brother. Like, guys, stop.
Stop it. You guys are stupid. Knock it off.
So we even made a separate group chat so that we could all communicate.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then that game never happened because Sullivan moved away, and so then we just moved to D&D.
Yeah.
And just
We never had any solid fun things happen in D&D.
other
ridiculousness.
than when we went to Levi's house, and you guys came down. It was just, like, super awkward. I think it was pretty funny, but it felt super...
Oh,
and
God.
Sullivan was like...
Oh, God.
You remember that?
Yes.
And Sullivan was like, I want to cut his face off. And I'm like, what?
Okay, no. Okay, the reason that I thought it was awkward, first of all, Sullivan got kind of edgelordy, and he would be like, I want to skin the guy and wear him as a cape, and I want to sew him to the tree and shit like that. And we'd be like, what the fuck? But no, the reason it got awkward for me is because early in that game, Sullivan was playing a half-elf, and they went into a tavern, and I was the DM, and Sullivan started trying to hit on a chick. So Ryan was like, I went to get some food, and I came back, and Ryan said something about like, yeah, and she's like, not for you, you half-elf bastard. And then I was like, alright, that's canon. Everybody in this town is racist against half people. They don't care if you're a human or an elf, but if you're a half-elf, then they care. And it was like, so that was a thread. There were people in this town that were all racist against half races.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And then we went to Levi's house, and his children are half white and half black. And we started doing that, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if this part of our campaign is okay to do.
Well, they were upstairs, though.
They were upstairs, but like we started talking.
And then his son would come down and be like...
Yeah, and then we like made one comment, and they were okay with it. It was like, okay, we're good. But there was a solid awkward couple minutes there. It was like, I don't know if like I don't know if
I love how it was like weird with them, but like I'm half, and they were like, that's fine. But when it came to Levi's kid and his wife, it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
But with me, it's like, that's fine.
I mean, you're just Daisha.
But that was a really funny game because
Aren't
Levi.
you like thirds or something weird?
I'm 3 races, yes.
Yeah. So like, how do you get to be thirds? Like, what kind of
My
combination
mom is
of like
full.
what kind of like
your dad
orgy? Do
And
you
my
have to
dad
be in?
is half. He's half Korean, half black.
I know,
My
I was-
grandma
Idiot.
is full Korean.
I was making a joke about you being thirds, and somehow being
Like a
involved in an
three-way?
orgy. Yeah.
Imagine.
Because that's
is
how
that
that
what happened?
works. Because that's
You
how
know,
that works.
This firmed
he has an
merge.
associate's in science, so he is more qualified than us.
They merged like Brandon and his other buddy did.
Yeah, it's like a Kamehameha merges with the Destructo Disc to just pierce on through.
But it was so funny because that game, like, Levi and his wife were, like, trying to be serious. And they're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And then Levi was like, I want an infinite flask that never goes empty.
Oh yeah, he just wanted to keep drinking. And I was like, fuck it, sure.
Let's do it.
That was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
but that was awkward. Like, for some reason, Sullivan decided to, like,
That
really
was gonna
play
be-
up the, like...
That's when he decided he's going to be super creative. And I'm like, this is not the place for that.
I think the thing was that he got used to, like, us being off the fucking walls with how, like,
With him
brutal
GMing.
we were. So then he was like, I'm gonna go down that road, and I'm gonna tie this guy to a tree and, like,
And it
sew
wasn't
him...
a good idea with Levi, with
It's
people
not
we
necessarily-
haven't played before.
It's not necessarily that it was a bad... It just didn't fit the tone of that campaign in
Yeah.
general. But he was like, I'm gonna sew the cloak, like the goblin skin cloak, I'm gonna sew that to the guy's skin. We were like, but why? Why would you do that?
Because I would even look at Levi's wife and I was like,
And Levi would be sitting there like, oh, okay, you wanna do... Okay. Whatever, dude.
Levi's like, I'm gonna take a swing.
Yeah, Levi's character just got real drunk. A lot.
Yeah, and then afterwards, Ryan was like, that was real weird. Like, Sullivan was
Weird.
not reading the room at all.
No. But you know, that's what Sullivan does.
Yeah, he just doesn't read the room. It's
He
awesome.
just sticks in his ways. He's like, you know what? I have this one TV show. I'm going to write 3 seasons of it.
He sent me a picture of a puppy. Oh, he
Is
sent
that
me a
code?
picture of a puppy the other day.
Is that code?
No.
Didn't he love you at one point? He's like,
I
I'm
can
gonna
see
marry-
that. I can see
I'm
that.
going to marry Daisha.
I don't
She's
know.
flexible. And
I
she has
don't
the
know, that's
largest
what Ryan
booty
always
of any
said. Ryan
thin
was
woman I've
like-
ever seen.
Ryan was like, Sullivan is like in love with you. I'm like, that's weird. I think he's gross.
Backstory, Sullivan was somebody that you could smell when he entered the room. Really unfortunate.
Ryan
You probably
was
should have
like-
told him at some point.
But sometimes he wouldn't smell. You would just like.
I've never
you
been
would
in a
just know.
situation where he didn't smell.
Yeah.
There's never been a time where he's come over. That's why I hated when he would come over and stay. Because I'm like, oh, this house is going to smell bad. And it's like, there's no way you can clean it out. You just have to let it air out. Get some
Now, that's
Febreze.
fucked up. Because she would stay at Ryan's and he had cats. So, like,
The
Sullivan
cats, the
smell would
cats
be
didn't
worse
even
than
mind.
Cats.
The cats, and
No, I'm
I'm
saying,
allergic
like, the
to
cat,
cats.
like, there's a cat smell. So,
Oh,
like, the
yeah.
cat smell was, like, here.
compared to that. But
Uh,
like, I remember there
at
was
some
this
point
one
he's gonna
time.
watch this and he's gonna be like, fuck, they thought that the whole time?
I kind of hope he does watch it. No.
It's awkward ways to tell your friends.
Yeah. Sullivan, for watching this, I'm sorry. A little bit.
What was your topic?
I mean, you already said, I already talked about mine.
But
what was it?
But you already said, like, oh, I hope not. I hope that he didn't like me. That'd be fucking weird.
well, yeah, because like,
I'm just saying,
Were you
were
dating
like,
Ryan already?
yeah,
yeah.
Oh.
I
I'm just
didn't
saying,
meet Sullivan until me and Ryan were dating.
I just think it's funny that you were like, Sullivan, if you hear about the BO, I'm sorry, but that part earlier about how I think it's fucking weird that you had a crush on me, totally didn't care.
Well, the reason why Ryan was like, oh, I think he definitely has it.
San Francisco.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I thought you were just bringing it up.
No,
Oh,
I didn't know
I thought that was just a thing you wanted to talk about, like some sort of top pick.
Yeah.
So he was like, I think Sullivan likes you because he like talks to you, and he's like, I'm like, well, that's nice. I don't like him. He's like, no, you're in love with him. I'm like, no, I'm definitely not. There was this one time before he moved away that he stayed the night, and me and Ryan were like in his room, and like when Sullivan would stay the night, this was like the only time me and Ryan closed the door to go to sleep. And for some reason, every time he would sleep over, well, I know why, it's because we were drinking and high, and so things got out of hand. But, so the next morning, I had to get up and get ready for school, and I was like, shit, I don't know where my clothes are. I was like, crap. So I think I like threw underwear on, maybe a bra, and I ran into the kitchen, like, you know, like how the
Yeah,
apartment. I went into the kitchen. I was like, please to God, don't let someone wake up right now because I have no clothes on.
You can't like wear Ryan's shirt. That was
I didn't know where it was. It was too dark.
Ryan's shirt in his bedroom? You didn't know where he kept his clothes?
No, I just didn't have time. I'm really,
Yeah,
I was
you could-
running
yeah,
late
sure,
anyway.
Sure, don't worry.
I made the coffee, like,
You
ran
wanted to
back.
be seen, got it?
And I told Ryan about it. He's like, oh, Sullivan would have been super happy if he would have woken up to that. And I was like, shut up. I was like, yeah, I just didn't want to find
It's a
clothes.
dream. Shh.
Austin Powers comes out. The
I'm a fembot. And, oh my god. His erection would have never been harder.
It would have been like my vape. Just
Oh. Oh.
so nice.
Oh my god. We went over to Ryan's parents' house for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I didn't go, so
You weren't there for that, but
obviously.
we were playing Jackbox. And for some reason, Sullivan gets real weird in social situations, and he like
No, he always, no, it's
Yeah.
because he's awkward.
he like picks up a cue, and then he's like, "This is what people are like. I'm gonna take this to the next level," and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" So he was referring to himself as Long Dick Larry the entire night, and apparently that was his military nickname.
I've heard this before.
Yeah.
I've heard Ryan tell me that that's what Sullivan says was his nickname, and then Ryan's like, "Let's show it. Like, want to see it then."
Ryan would. Ryan would be like, "Put your penis in my hand right now."
That's what. Yeah. He's like, if it's that big, you gotta just show it. It's like you can't talk about it if you're not gonna show it.
I had that happen
Right.
before. When I was in Florida, I had a gay roommate, big old guy, and I had a friend over, and we were, like, the three of us were drinking, and he to my friend was like, I can't remember how it got. The conversation somehow got to this naturally, but he asked my friend to see his dick.
Okay.
My friend was like, okay.
Did you whip yours out too?
No, he tried really hard. That was one of the times in my life where I've been sexually assaulted.
It's funny because I've showed my dicks to a lot of people, like before
like
you
males?
guys, like that. I guess you can call it a friend group prior to you guys.
Okay.
So like high school friends, and then like until they linger
Paul.
off. No, I haven't showed that shit to Paul. I don't know what he'd do, but
He'd love it. That's what he would do.
He would just go.
Oh, have you met Paul? You would like Paul.
No, I'm telling you. So the next podcast we do, Paul has to come.
I'll ask him. But like here's something I would do. Like if like the house was empty, like parents are gone situation, and I have a friend. You just walk
around naked.
Well, not even that.
Best part of having an apartment by yourself, by the way.
No. So this is,
there have been so many times where I'm walking around and be like, man, I hope people can't see through that window low enough. It's 3 a.m. Whatever.
But it'd be
if you're up at this hour, you deserve it.
It'd be like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and we're already smashed, and then my friend would have to go use the restroom, and then I'd be waiting outside the door, just helicoptering in my dick. So when he opens it, I'm just like, hey. And he's like, oh, dude, no. Like he closes it.
Have you ever seen Waiting?
And then
Have you ever seen Waiting?
No.
In the movie Waiting, so the idea is that there's like a young guy who starts being a waiter at a Shenanigans. And then it's about him like meeting like the other waiters and the kitchen staff and all those people, and like Ryan Reynolds is in it and a couple other people you'd recognize.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
But there's a part of it where the wait staff and the kitchen staff play a game where if you get another man to see your genitals, then you get to kick them in the ass and you have to call them a slur of some kind. You have to deride them for looking at your junk. And there are different ways that you can show them that will get you more kicks. So specifically, the big one is the goat, where you like push your balls between your legs and then bend over backwards. And then you get to like kick them all in the ass 4 times, whoever sees it. And then there's the bat wing, where you like pull the skin out so it looks like a bat wing, where you get like 2 kicks.
And then there's the brain.
There's the brain, where you just grab the testicle so it looks like a brain.
By the base, and then you squeeze so like a balloon, so the pressure goes up.
Yeah.
It straight up looks just like a brain. That's just funny.
And then there's the Abraham Lincoln. There's like 4 other ones. But yeah, so that's what it reminds me of, especially considering you're a waiter.
We don't do that at my job. But
I'm glad.
It's honestly, Waiting is a great movie, and after we do the podcast, while you guys are waiting for traffic, we'll probably watch it.
I mean, I'll stay to watch that.
I thought you were leaving.
I will stay to watch if we're gonna watch that movie because it sounds hilarious. And
I mean,
Ryan
also she's like, oh, I get to look at Ryan Reynolds while waiting for traffic to die down. I'll watch that.
Yeah. That's no.
Also,
Girls
fun
don't
fact.
Do anything weird like that. Well,
that's
no,
also
that's
covered. That's also covered.
There's these 2 best friends on Instagram that like their pranks are to like pull their skirt down or whatever, or like hit the tits or like pussy slap.
No, me and my friends don't do that.
Well, no. Like there's just
me
that
and
one
my friends
girlfriend. There's like just that one group of girlfriends.
My best friend Kristen, and our friend Monica. Well, her best friend Monica.
I feel like she's making these people up.
I'm really not. They really are.
Monica's just from Friends. Kristen's clearly made up. You have no female friends.
They all don't live here.
I've hung out with
We've
you.
been
yeah. Your friends. I have friends. They live in Canada.
They live in Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas, Canada. Just like her friend in Florida that's gonna come visit someday.
So we would all be in the bathroom together.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
we
would
may
happen.
need to change this podcast where the story's going.
So Monica and Kristen.
You have a similar story of you and your friends being in a bathroom together?
I'll tell it after.
Not me, but I would take a shower first, and then Monica and Kristen would hop into the shower when I was getting out, and then we just all get ready in the bathroom together.
I'm gonna need to see pictures.
No, we don't have pictures of this.
I meant of those 2.
Oh. Well, one of them
I can do the rest in my mind.
One of them has 3 kids. Other one is definitely, most likely, straight lesbian now. from my knowledge.
Straight lesbian?
Like, she's just strictly lesbian. She was
Yeah, but here's the
bi.
thing. Straight lesbian now. She wouldn't be the first lesbian that I convinced to cross the line.
I mean, I wouldn't be...
That would go to a
easy.
woman when I was 18 who went to the club that I worked at.
I will bring up pictures of both of them. But, what's your story?
So, after...
Wait. Did you finish your story?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I said that we would always get ready together. In the bathroom.
Sorry, I just didn't realize that was planned.
Yeah, nothing ever happened. So I was gonna say, like, oh, girls don't do that. I was like, no, me and my friends did do something weird like that where we'd, like, all just shower together and, like, get ready in the same...
That's not nearly as weird as playing a game where you showed other
Not
women
as
junk.
No.
Women.
So, high school, varsity wrestling, the coach mandatory made us take showers at the school. Mandatory for the varsity.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to make sure the varsity team never got skin disease.
Yeah, so you make sure that your people are showering so you don't get ringworm and other...
Yeah.
No, 100%.
That's just Kristen.
So, because of that, me and the varsity other people, we all got pretty comfortable with us being fucking naked. Alright?
She looks like she's a hostage.
That's from when she was in high school.
Yeah.
She was an emo chick in high school.
Okay, the other one?
So, one day, after Friday practice, he doesn't, we had a very light practice, so he just let us go. He didn't, we didn't have the usual routine of showering after practice.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a party, and practice ends at 5. We don't get back till 5:36, because we all talk after. And me and my buddy went to his house, and we knew we were going to this party, so I had a bag of clothes for after. And I was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna go shower in your room, or in your bathroom, I'll be back. He's like, alright, cool, I'll be after you. I'm alright, so my process is when I shower, get in, get wet, shampoo, soap, and then
you wet, boy.
And then get out. It's 5 minutes. So the second I get in there, I'm putting shampoo in, and I always close my eyes, and then I fucking just hear the door open. This fool just gets in the shower naked with me. Not in a public shower thing with multiple shower heads.
Yeah, his house shower, yeah.
His house shower.
So about the fact that your friend loved you.
No, a different friend. And so we're showering, and I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. It was kind of normal, but still at the same time.
No, nothing about that is normal.
No, for us, at school, for school and
No.
like that.
I was in football, I was in wrestling, showered with plenty of dudes. That's not normal.
No.
No.
So look. So I'm trying to get him to get out of there. I'm like, dude, just leave, just wait. He's like, well, I'm already wet. Just pass the soap. And so we ended up showering together, and I was pretty pissed. I yelled at him later that night and everything like that. And so about a month later, I got my payback, and I walked in on him while he was showering, and yeah.
She's itty bitty.
Yeah, she's as big as me.
Logan didn't even hear the ending.
Kristen
You got your payback. You walked in on him showering.
Yeah, so I walked in.
He did something gay to me.
So I got him back.
I did something gay to him. You really got him back, bro.
And then my friend Kristen's as big as me, but she's had 3 kids, so her hips are way bigger than mine.
Really?
Yeah, they're this big now.
So realistically, just no face.
And that's her?
But this one.
Monica.
This is the kid one?
Wait, no, go back to that first one. Show her that picture. That's the one that I was looking at.
That's from when she graduated, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't that many options.
But Kristen,
I wasn't looking at dates.
I mean, if you just looked at those photos, those are probably not the best photos of her.
Well, here's my friend. These aren't the best photos.
I'm sorry.
Logan's pretty picky.
That's same person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's probably a bad picture of her.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't look at all of the pictures that she got from fucking doing quizzes.
What's that?
On Facebook. She's addicted
Facebook
to...
quizzes. All of these are Facebook quizzes.
She's addicted to Facebook. She's a mom, but, that's her little baby.
Wait, is that also her?
Yeah.
How is that so... Wait, that's Kristen.
Kristen, yeah, not Monica.
Oh, the one that I was talking about was Monica.
Yes. She's a blondie.
I don't care about Kristen.
But, yeah, it's been an hour, I think, so... Unless you guys have anything else to talk about.
On that topic that Brandon brought up.
Oh, great. Yes.
There was one time where...
More shower stories.
Yeah. So, in football, doing an away game, after the game, went to go shower, our best lineman in the shower pretended to hike the ball to one of our senior...
So his balls were just clock towering?
So, pretended to hike the ball to one of our senior wide receivers. So it was just two naked dudes in the shower, one of them bent over.
And the other one just right behind him.
Right behind him. I didn't look close enough to see like how close they actually were.
His raisin cake was definitely just like...
What's with you and raisin cake?
Well, just...
The other thing that I remember is that same wide receiver just turned around, just pulling his ass cheeks apart, just getting deep in there. Letting the water hit between the cheeks.
Are you sure it wasn't gay?
It was a weird image, but he actually works in LA now.
Oh, does he? I would love to meet him.
I'm talking. He was a grade above me and not nearly friends with me.
Oh.
Yeah, he was too cool for my group.
You have pictures?
Of him doing it, or for those that can't see, Brandon just shrugged.
So what?
So what? So let's see his raisin cake. So what? Yes, I have pictures.
Was it like
from the shower.
Was it like this Chuck and Larry scene when they're all?
I haven't watched the full movie.
I haven't either, so don't look
you guys
over
are
here.
vanilla losers.
What do you mean vanilla losers?
Basic, like no spice in there.
What? Okay, you have no idea what kind of spice I have in my life.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Hit you with the
certain,
deformation.
Certain people do have an idea, but you don't.
Anyways. Okay, we're gonna end on that note.
Bye, guys.
See you guys next week on the BLT podcast.
That still doesn't have like an intro or a sign off.
No, because I put all the links in the description. So if you guys want to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, I don't really run any of those.
Still gotta have an intro. It's like,
Well,
welcome to the BLT podcast.
I did do that.
I'm T.
No.
Or if you're him, it's BL Smart and it's BLC.
Or BBC. What?
Not everything is BBC.
Anyways, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye.